Hello, board members. How we doing this fine, fine... Oh, that's working again. Fine Thursday afternoon. Well, I hope. As it is Tactical Thursday, we will eventually be getting around to the current tactical module of Dungeon Rats, where last week we defeated the second gang, and now we have two challenge dungeons to finish up with giant monster or giant magic science created bugs in them. So we'll be dealing with that eventually. But first, we're going to be jumping back into the world of Fallout New Vegas. That's right, the New Vegas. Not ye old Vegas, the one we're dealing with currently, where, like, stuff is going on. We're talking about the fun one in Fallout verse. If I can find it. Ah, there it is. Welcome, Ika. How goes it? Pretty good. Physically worn out, but overall, not a bad day. Welcome, Advanced Lamp. How are you doing? Ika, how are you? How you doing? Oh, I had a question today for our European, like our UK watchers. Oh God, what was it about? Oh, you know what? Nope, it was specifically for nurses, not for the Europeans. I got that backwards. But Advanced Lamp, how you doing? Ika, how are you? Hopefully work was good. I'm doing all right, just winding down. Yeah, I feel that. It was a full day at work today, and I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it now, Mr. Krabs. I have a sibling who's a nurse. Does that count? I mean, maybe. Do you know what they think of the show Scrubs? I was listening to a podcast today, and they were talking about the show Scrubs, and one of the hosts of the show is a licensed practicing doctor, and I was curious on what any of our local medical people thought of the show Scrubs. Work was fine. I got some food from the Japanese restaurant. Nice. I went to the Chinese food place by my house yesterday. It was good. I tried something new, sweet and sour pork, or not pork, sweet and sour shrimp. Instead of like the little actual cooked shrimp, they had these like shrimp sticks, like breaded shrimp sticks instead, which was okay. Wasn't what I was expecting, so I was a little disappointed in that regard, but it still tasted good, so it was fine. Oh, no clue. I don't think they've watched Scrubs. Ah, all right. See, that's what I was just curious. Like, I mean, the show's older now. I don't know if it's still on the air anywhere, but it was very popular in its time, of course. And I was just curious what an actual medical professional feels about that show, because the doctor they had on their show, she loved the show and thought it felt like a pretty accurate representation of general life in a hospital, essentially. But I think they have watched hospital reports of patients who've been in some serious accidents. What? Oh, I think they have. Well, that's just doing their job. Watching the show Scrubs is not their job, I don't think. Yeah, I was just curious. I meant as a show? Wait, what? Well, I think they have watched hospital reports of patients who've been in some serious... How is that a show? Are you talking about, like, soap operas? Like, oh, ER. Oh, okay. See, okay, you're talking about fictitious hospital reports. Okay. I thought you were talking about, like, I don't know, some kind of, like, life on the beat, real ER emergencies or something like that, where they actually show clips from... Not real... yeah, ER, the realest show ever. Like Grey's Anatomy is very real, yes. Hyper realistic, complete representation of the world we know of as medical. They're three. Well, I mean, they are 3D. So if you're talking about that, and are they real in that they're not like cartoon characters? Then yes, they are actual living people. That's true. You got me there. You got me there. There's a point for the horse on that one. 1 point to the horse. I guess if we're gonna do some food lore already, then I was starving after I got done with work. We didn't take a break or anything today, so I just wanted something fast and easy. So I just grabbed Jack in the Box on the way home. I got me the kind of classic Jack in the Box ultimate bacon cheeseburger. Very good, very filling, exactly what I wanted. That was about it. honestly. But my siblings have told me about their work. It's very exhausting and overwhelming, especially since COVID happened. Yes. From what I understand, worldwide, the medical industry has been dealing with incredible labor shortages due to basically, at least here in the States, obviously I can't speak too much to the rest of the world, though I hear the rest of the world is dealing with similar issues. I can't speak to the reason why. Unfortunately, here in the States, a large percentage of the population didn't take the COVID problem seriously, and that resulted in a lot of maybe unnecessary people going to the hospital for emergencies. And since we live in a system where, you know, you're only valuable if you're making somebody else money, the nurses burnt out, and a lot of them quit. It happens, unfortunately. Running out of beds and medical supplies, yeah, unfortunately. I imagine Japan was already doing bad with their large percentage of population already being elderly. Yeah, I mean, that's a whole different issue, right? The problem you're having with the weird, like, birth limits and stuff, and then that's catching up with different countries and stuff. Yeah. That's a whole different kettle of fish, I have to imagine, to deal with. But yeah, I was just curious if any of the medical professionals we have know anything about Scrubs, and if so, do you like the show? And how accurate of a representation is it? Yeah, I don't want to get too onto the political stuff if I can help it today. Not in the mood. Not in the mood. I might go on some kind of 25-minute rant about everything and just get let go from the company or something. But yeah. So Fallout New Vegas, everybody. Last time we played, we went to Camp Searchlight and wandered around there, finding all the kind of the missing locations down by there and shooting the place up, putting a bunch of feral ghouls in the dirt and chopping stuff up, and we explored a couple of caves nearby. I would say all in all, it was quite the experience. I'm kind of out of things to do, though. The only thing I kind of wish we would have figured out, and it never came up, I'm sure I could Google it, that's not the problem. It's just, I would have liked to have organically found it, is the place where we need to take these books. I'm carrying these books around, not the barter ones, where is it? This one. Like, we have like 3 of these. Stress and the Modern Refugee, a primer. On the other side, things I think you haven't done is Red Lucy quests, which just suck, and then other companion quests. I think that's Crimson Caravan quests. Really? For the books? Because I know I've got this one and I've got one other one. Oh yeah, teeny tiny babies, and all you need to know about pediatric medicine. Maybe you haven't done those yet? I guess I haven't. Oh, and we have this Roar's Talon thing. Do I need to... What do I do with that? I think I needed a workbench for it, right? 1 workbench. Do some efficient recycling. Dang, we did a lot of efficient recycling. Maybe it's not? Huh. I don't know. Knife, spear. Skill books. Oh. Oh, I didn't realize I could create these. Dang. All right. Wait, do they have one for unarmed? Oh, they do. Okay. I guess I could, in theory, make some blank books, maybe? Or do you have to have the right... You have to have that one specific trait for that, right? So I don't think I can actually do that. Huh. Well, that's odd. I don't see whatever I need in here to make... Oh, here we go. Fist of Rar. Oh, I have to have an unarmed of 75 to do it. Ah, that would explain it. That would explain it. Dang. Bonus critical chance, bonus critical damage, and bonus limb damage. That's a heck of a fist weapon. Blank books is from Robot in Your Big MT Room. Oh, is it? Oh, okay. I thought I needed I thought I needed a, whatchamacallit, a perk for that. Oh, alright. How do I... Okay, well, I mean, we haven't been there in a while. The only thing that sucks is that these two go away and I have to go pick them up again. Just need pre-war books to give him? Oh, okay. I collected a bunch of those somewhere. I think or did I sell them? I might have sold them back in... I don't remember now. I might have sold them back in, the Lonesome Road area. I don't remember. I know I found a bunch and picked them all up. I just don't remember what I did with them now. Alright. Or Sweet Katana. Alright, so you said that there's more quests to do. Because I've got this one technically. But I don't really care to finish this because then we have to get her as Rose as a companion, and it's just like, ugh. Tell them to wait, and I think you can go without having to go the whole talk. Oh, really? Oh, okay. Huh. Okay, wait, okay. Maybe we can just leave them here then. Alright, if it's that easy, that would be nice, because otherwise I have to go and get them. Nope. Nah, I knew it. I have to go dismiss them and then go get them again. It's fine. It's not that big a deal, honestly.
Right behind you.
I guess if we can go over to the Crimson Caravan Company, though, and see if they have some quests for us. Maybe I didn't have a high enough, what do you call it? Ooh, okay, here we go. Oh, rip. Yeah. Oh, I was like, what is this? Oh, but it's just an idiot fiend with their plasma rifle trying to give us the business like an idiot. They don't even know who Beam Geiger is. He's picked a fight with Walking Death. Alright. So I need to go talk to, I'm assuming, the lady in charge to get a quest here. I don't know who else I would talk to. Wait, weren't you also looking for the Tesla cannon? We got that actually last time. We actually picked that up last time. In our last stream, we went down to Camp Searchlight and wandered around fighting things. What did you think of it? It looks super cool. I don't know how actually effective it is. I guess we could try that out. I needed to figure out how to fix it.
Welcome back.
Cass, the Vangaffs told me to check in with you.
Coincidentally, I'm also looking for her. I've got a business offer she'd be interested in. I believe Cass frequents the Mojave Outpost, far south of here, near the California border.
Okay. With love? I mean, maybe, but I also need the physical components. Besides the love, I need elbow grease and physical components, and I don't know what the physical components look like. I'm looking for work.
I'm afraid we have no current openings for caravanners or guards, but I am in need of a runner.
I'll take it. What do I need to do?
Deliver this invoice to Dr. Hildern. You can find him somewhere inside Camp McCarran.
Alright. That seems easy enough. You can depend on me. Alright, cool. Let's get out of here, team. Where's Camp McCracken? Where are you? Camp McCracken. Let's go. You can find some in the Hidden Valley? Like, repair? Like, guns to repair it with? Or...
Things are getting stranger every day. What's up?
I want to trade with you. Okay.
I've never seen a robot like that before.
Things are getting stranger every day. You mean like how someone nuked both the NCR and the Legion? Oh, okay. Interesting. I guess I could use probably the Tesla cannons, right? Or not the Tesla cannons. The Gauss rifles would probably be the same thing. Do they count? From what I can find, it can only be repaired with other Tesla cannons. Don't think so? Weird. Wait, so there's another Tesla cannon inside of Hidden Valley? I don't think I came across that while I was in there. I don't know if you were here. I guess you weren't here for that Advanced Life. We did, in fact, go and wipe them out. I think so. I don't remember finding more though. Yeah, I didn't think I saw any there either. How odd. Wait, what quest does it have me doing? Oh, this one. I need this one. Where are you? Over there. Okay. Oh, yeah, we coulda. You can always pay someone to fix your stuff. That's true. I was just curious if there's actually a weapon that would, like, go into it. Oh, dang. What are you guys doing here?
Yes? What is it?
Alright, bye. That's also true. Yeah. Do we know who has, like, the best... Does, like, the big MT have, like, a weapon repair bot? Does the main hub AI do that? Nothing? Alright. You owe me money.
Something else you needed?
I have an invoice for you from Alice McLaftery.
From Alice. I'll see that she's paid right away. Crimson Caravan runs a tight operation. Even out here in the waste, wouldn't do to keep them waiting.
That's
Was there
good.
anything else? Or were you just here about the invoice?
No, that's it. You've already betrayed me a few
Yes.
times.
Goodbye.
I think they do, and also Raul can when he's not in companion mode. Oh, okay. 'Cause I think, does Eddie have that option? Talk to... I know we got upgrades. Oh, yeah. Can you repair my weapons? Oh, he just does it? Oh. Raul, fastest repairman of the West? I mean, we put him into combat mode, not repair mode, but he's probably still pretty good at repairing stuff. Apparently, one of the upgrades we got for, Ed E lets him repair our weapons, so that's good to know. I don't know how many times a day he's allowed to do it, but he can do it at least once. Turns out Ed E is faster a little bit. See, I mean, Raul's good at making sure our weapons don't get dirty and stuff. Eddie's really good at fixing them. So they're both helping, it's just different, you know? It's just different, and that's fine. Different is okay. Tesla cannon starts with a T, which is after S. This one? Oh, it's this one. Okay, cool. All right. Tesla beaten prototype. Oh, I need to talk to you again. Yes. Ammo. No, I like some satchel charges. Make me flame fueler. I'm running low on... Oh, I guess I can only do it once a day? But... Okay, I'm gonna sleep then. I'm just gonna sleep. Tesla cannon starts with T, which comes after S, which is the best. Probably once a day thing, yeah. I think they've mentioned that he can only do certain other things once a day too, so it makes sense he can only repair my weapon once a day. It's hilarious that that's the requirement, considering we have, like, unlimited time, but... Hello. Yes. Thank you. Okay, that's better. I mean, it's up to, like... It's better. Let's put it that way. Only once a... What? Only once a day. For once in their life, Dr. Beam Geiger gets more than 1 hour of sleep. Yeah. Literally the first time in for God knows how long we've slept for more than an hour. Alright. Well, I have this cannon thing now. It has no sights on it, which is interesting. Also, I do like that we zoom in and that light turns on, but then it turns off when we go away. That's fun. Oh. Oh.
Hey there. Need anything?
Like to see your wares, please. You have a lot of stuff, actually. Like, way more than I expected, to be honest with you. Oh, you even have a tri-beam laser rifle you're just carrying around with you, huh? That's impressive, actually. Got anything interesting going on here? anything? We already have a katana balanced grip, don't we? I can buy a pre-war book for $1. Oh, wait. Grab some stem packs while we're here. Why do you have Great Khan soldier armor? I guess because I sold that to you? Huh. I don't know. Wow, that's a lot of caps. I think. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this lady, but this traveling merchant is like super loaded for some reason. Oh yeah, someone mentioned that the Great Khans got wiped out. Merciful thug. Wait. Are they actually gone? Or is that just idle, like, chit-chat? No, they're here. Alright, that was just idle chit-chat. Maybe they're referring to the incident, the Hope Springs incident, or whatever they call it. Back over here. Yeah, they're all gone except for all the ones that are actually still here. What'd be funny is if they said that and it actually causes more of them to spawn than less. They're like, yeah, I heard they got wiped out and then, like, tripled their numbers. It's like, what? Alright, done.
Welcome back.
I delivered the invoice just as you asked.
Well, you've proven yourself reliable so far. Would you be interested in more important jobs?
What other work do you have available?
As much as I like to handle matters personally, I can't be everywhere at once. There is a negotiation with a smaller trading outfit that I'd like resolved as quickly as possible. There's also the matter of Henry Jameson, an employee whose services I'd rather do without. His family connections make it difficult, however. And finally, I need someone to acquire the Gunrunner's manufacturing specifications. This job needs to be quiet. No alarms, no deaths.
Okay. Probably won't do this one, just because I remember this being incredibly difficult. Or maybe the NCR in the Boulder City incident. That too. Maybe that's part of it. What's the Gunrunner job about? Let's see what I can do. I want to know more about the problem with Henry Jameson.
The Jamesons are very wealthy ranchers back in Redding, California, and significant investors in the Crimson Caravan Company. I was pressured into posting young Henry as the manager of the new Vegas branch. As you can see, he wasn't exactly cut out for the job. He was much more interested in gambling and prostitutes, and because of his family, I can't simply fire him. Henry needs to be convinced to quit, one way or another. I won't have a useless employee on the company payroll.
Okay, I'll see what I can do.
Thank you.
Something else for the Gunrunner job. That's not something I do. Yeah, I think I'll probably like that one. Matter about your job you wanted me to do. I know more about the Crimson Caravan. Okay. You'll have to find someone else for the Gunrunner job. That's not something I do.
I understand. No hard feelings. But you will, of course, keep our conversation on the matter strictly confidential.
Alright, cool. Bye. Alright, where's this idiot at? I mean, she told me to make him disappear, right? That's what I heard, was we gotta make him disappear. Make him wish he was never born. Wait, negotiate with Cass to buy out Cassidy caravans for the Crimson Caravan Company. Oh. That's what the negotiation is? Oh, are you kidding me? There's 2 different quests to go find Cass? Wow. Alright, I guess. The trader guy has quests too? Really? Blake?
Hey there. You looking to buy or sell?
Can I have some questions? Maybe not this guy. Guess not. Yeah, not that one. I know there was the quest to come get the chick who's in love with the guy out in the boomers, but I don't think that's a quest she starts. Alright, so I gotta go find... Where am I going? I gotta go... Oh, I gotta go all the way into the strip? Oh, God. That's gonna cost extra. Anytime I gotta go in there, it's always awkward. Mr. House is like, why aren't you doing the work I want you to do? And I'm like, because I don't feel like it. And he's like, well, that's not cool. And I'm like, I don't care. I don't like you very much. And then it gets really awkward, everybody. Real awkward. Oh, God. He's coming right for us, team. He's coming right for us. Oh, God. Is he friendly? Is he friendly?
Hey, you're the one who's been going around helping people around here, right? The king says to keep up the good work. He said to give you this.
Okay, thanks. He was friendly. It's fine. It's fine, team. It's fine. It's not... I imagine that from his perspective, though. He sees this person.
All your shopping needs.
He charges for you, hands you 29 cents. Yeah. But imagine that from his perspective. His boss tells him to go find this person and take him $29. And he's like, okay, boss, I'll do it. And he'll be like, understand that the person you're going to go find is this insane killer person who's like wiped out Death Claws and he blew up the NCR and the Legion, is actively working with Mr. House. He's a walking, they're a walking, talking, living legend capable of taking down small armies of people by themselves. You're like, okay, boss, and you go running and you see them. And you're like, oh, there they are, and you go running over there, and they just pull out this gun and point it at your head. You have to stop for just a second and go, what is happening? Maybe I shouldn't sprint at this random stranger I don't know anything about. Even if I am going to give them money. Maybe they don't appreciate strangers running up to them in the streets of Vegas. There might be a problem they have with this. On more than one occasion, that might have happened. And on more than one occasion, that person might be trying to mug them. Oh, God. I help the muggers show. Oh, my God. Are you the mugger? Oh, my God. No, 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 no. I'm shoot him. No, I'm shoot him. I'm going to blow this man up. This man's going into the shadow realm. Just like that. That's exactly what I wanted to happen. That man went to the shadow realm. Yeah, he's done. Toast. Burnt toast. I mean, it was hard to get that shot off in time with Eddie and bloodthirsty Raul here. I mean, they go down quick, team. They don't survive very long. The undeleted, the undo beam, yeah. Ah, my new Tesla cannon. I call it, what is it? Control Z beam? Yeah, exactly. The Control Z beam. What's it do? Undoes everything. Okay, where is this person hiding, and what do I need to do? Do I need to give him the beam? The beam Geiger beam? Oh, they're in here. Okay. This is literally the beam of Beam Geiger. Right here, team. Alright. Oh, is this you? Hey.
Better watch out now. Our rangers are going to turn the tables around. Shove off. You're making my luck turn bad.
I will literally de-atomize you. Watch your mouth. I'm here to talk about ending your employment with the Crimson Caravan Company.
Fuck no. No matter what that old bitch McLaughlin
Wow, I
says,
don't care
my
for this
dad
person.
said I could be in charge of the New Vegas branch. Besides, I got into a little money trouble with the Omertas.
Most of them are dead.
Crimson Caravan, how am I supposed to get the money to gamble?
Let's reassemble your head with your butt. Yeah. Ah, a spoiled brat. Oh, 100%. Look, I take advantage of the NCR too, but I don't make them my enemy. Speech 50. So you don't have the Armada's money yet? I'll let them know about that. Maybe we can make a deal. What do you want for Crimson Caravan in exchange for quitting? What brought you to New Vegas? What do you know about the Armadas?
One of the families that runs the strip. They're a pack of cheaters, but you still don't want to fuck with them.
Alright, so you don't have the Armada's money yet? Let them know. I'll let them know about that.
What? No, wait. Look, I just need time. Don't rat me out to them. You want me to quit the Crimson Caravan? Fine, I quit. You can tell McLafferty that she won't see my face again.
Cool. Easy. Easy peasy. Let Alice McGuire know that Henry Dunn employment has been terminated. Yeah. I handled it. And he's not even dead. Usually when I handle things like this, they end up dead. Dude's not even dead. Didn't even have to point a gun at him. The Beam Geiger beam gun didn't have to come out of its... I don't... I mean... Whatever you want to call that. I don't know how that works exactly. But Beam Geiger is smarter than I am, so they figured it out, team. They figured out how to get that to work. I don't get it. It's beyond my capability. But I'm not Beam Geiger.
Welcome back.
No longer has to worry about Henry Jameson.
Yes, I understand that he's decided to quit outright and not even ask for compensation. I'm a bit curious what exactly you said to him. Then again, perhaps I'd rather not know. Thank you all the same. I'm very happy to be rid of that man.
Okay. Okay, so the other one that they have is just to go and talk to Cass, which I don't know why everyone wants me to talk to Cass. Can you can we not do that? Negotiate with Cass to buy out, yeah. Find Rose Sharon of Cassidy and get her to follow you. Why? I don't want her to follow me. I don't want this. Oh God, I gotta go. Oh God. I was hoping, I don't want to do it. Come on. Oh, this module and the silliness. It's extreme silliness. I just wanted to sell people books. Just get Birds of a Feather. It's more of a companion quest anyway, if I remember correctly. Yeah. Alright, where is she? I know there's a bar here somewhere. I just don't know where it's actually at. Okay. It's in here. Oh, it's back here. Oh, okay. On my Rambo run, I think I was trying to find this bar, but I couldn't. Hello.
Looking for trouble?
No. No, I'm not. Asking questions about the outpost, just minding my business. Criminal Caravan sent me, they wanted to buy out your caravan. Only cast I know is the Holy Hunk in a trench coat? What? They have supernatural properties? Oh! You're talking about Cass, the angel. Yeah, okay. I mean, I don't know if I'd call him the Holy Hunk, but I get what you're talking about, yeah. I also watched Supernatural for a while there. I didn't finish the show. I'm a couple seasons from the end, but I've seen enough of it. I kind of know where it goes. It was a good show. It just, I still haven't either. Yeah, it's a good show. It just lasted too long. That's its only problem. I looked up at those books, and apparently it's in the Bitter Springs from the doctor there. Oh, okay. Criminal Caravan sent me. They want to buy out your caravan.
They want to buy Cassidy caravans? Don't they know it's burned to ash? No. Even times being what they are. Not sure I'm looking to sell. Even for all the whiskey in Reno.
Wait, what happened to your caravan?
Mojave happened. Hit by raiders packing some heavy firepower. Can't believe the Crimson Caravan haven't heard. So if you want to buy all of Cassidy caravans, you're looking at it. And what I got in my pockets. Still, as little as that is, not looking to sell.
Why not?
If someone came up to you and offered you 1,000 caps for your name, would you take it? Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I don't want to hear your answer anyway.
She's very spicy.
Point is, I made the caravan what it is. It's mine.
Forget it then. I had something else I wanted to ask. I have the offer letter here. The terms are fair.
Alice McLafferty, eh? No, I see the zeros, and I know she's good for them. Still, it's not about the money. Dad'd spin like a twister if he ever heard I sold our name for anything.
Are you sure?
Look, I know you came all this way, and that takes some drive, especially these days. Just doesn't feel right. Trading history for a slip of paper.
Ooh, we can barter in speech. Let's see. What do we got? 50 barter. I'm prepared to offer you the terms plus 750 caps. Barter 75. I'm not going to offer you money. I wanted to drink for it. Okay. Wait a second. Why did that go off? Listen to me. Listen to me. I don't have time for your nonsense, Discord. Oh, that's the wrong series of buttons to press. No, cancel. What? What is going on? What? Hello? Okay, there we go. Alt tab. I need to alt and the tab. Nope. This is not working. That's the wrong thing. And there we go. All right, that should be better. Oh, unless it froze. Oh. Up. Oop. I think it froze. That's fine. That's also fine. Luckily, we just went through a door, so it saved. Ooh. Hello? Oh, there it is. All right. Well, that's unfortunate. All right, we'll bring it back up. I'm taking the drink. We're gonna drink for it. Our character is pretty jacked. I mean, maybe it's an endurance thing, so maybe she has like a 10 in endurance and I only have like a 7 or whatever, but there's a non-zero chance that we can take her in a drinking contest. Plus, I have a stomach that handles, I have a stomach that, like, handles things. My stomach is not a standard body, a standard human stomach, by the way.
Looking for...
No. They want to buy your stuff. Wait, what happened? So you have nothing, why won't you sell? I'm gonna let the terms are fair. Are you sure? Okay, I'm gonna offer you money. I wanted to drink for it.
You challenging me? Serious now. All right. You come here armed with whiskey. We'll make a sport of it. And none of that radioactive shit. I'm talking whiskey. Not Dixon whiskey. Whiskey.
I'll get a dozen bottles of whiskey and be back?
I'll be waiting then. And training.
I want to ask you something else. Oh, John Baptiste and Freeside wanted you to meet. Okay, I'm not worried about that. You work around here. Never mind, I'll be going. Okay, so we need apparently 10 bottles of whiskey? It's probably an endurance thing. Maybe having perks, implements would help too. Yeah. What is that? Endurance is a 7 right now, so 12? Oh, we need a dozen bottles of whiskey. Okay, 6 apiece. That makes sense. I mean, that's enough that would, if you drank 6 bottles of whiskey straight, you would probably die, but
Background? Just my luck.
you could probably buy them here or steal them. What do you have for trade? I don't care that she's mad at me or whatever. Okay, you've got 2 whiskeys. I need that. Time on the game. Never mind. Wait, what does she say exactly?
Background? Just my luck. What'll it be this time?
What do you have for trade?
For you? I'm not sure I want to be seen dealing with you. But if you're willing to pay a little extra...
Wow, they really don't like me, huh? I mean, I did blow them up, so I mean, I kind of get it. But at the same time, do I get it? Do I get it? I'm looking around for any of those posters we're supposed to click on. I don't see any. I mean, this is a Fallout universe, so everyone is basically slightly superhuman anyway. Yeah. I might have whiskeys back in the fridge now that I think about it. I didn't always sell all the booze I picked up, so we might actually have whiskey back here. I also have some weapon repair kits, I think. Be awesome some of those posters turned into wanted posters if you gain notoriety. Oh, that would be... If I became so infamous I got my own wanted posters, let's go. Absolutely 100% what I would want. Oh, yeah, there we go. Give me that whiskey. Not my personal preference, but, you know, whatever works, I guess. I'm more of a vodka-man myself. Oh, my God. I may have collected a few whiskeys in my travels, you see. I may have picked up a whiskey or two in my time in the wastes of the Mojave. Wait, are weapon repair kits in here? Are they in this one? Oh Oh, I have like no weapon repair kits? Weird. Alright. Good old hoarding. Yeah, I saw some weapon repair kits. Oh, wait, where were they? Are they in here then? Wait. Are they? I might have missed them. I'm doing this very quickly, you see. Oh, okay, they're up here. Okay, cool. Just give me like 2. I didn't realize they were so far up there. I've also got that weapon binding ritual. Still don't know what that does exactly. Okay, what did that do? Okay, we just need one more. There we go. Nice. It's maxed out now. Max damage with this bad boy. The beam of Beam Geiger. 96 damage, though. That's it. That's not a ton of damage. Our hollow rifle definitely does more damage than that. All right, let's go get completely wasted with Cass of the Shadow of the Rose or whatever. 9 plus 50 over 2 seconds. So 160 damage. What's our hollow rifle doing? Hollow rifle's doing only 112. All right, so this actually hits better than I thought. Hollow rifle is still insanely damaging, just not as much as I thought. I love that this character walks in and challenges you to a drinking contest when they look like they're from the future, which is impressive since this is already set in the future. I mean, when Beam Geiger walks in and challenges you, dang, she wasn't joking about practicing.
You come around like a bad habit. What's on your mind?
Isn't it following me to Freeside? Wait, what? Got the whiskey. Let's do this.
All right then. I already got a head start, but I'll go first anyway.
As long as you don't share this, as long as we don't share the same bottle. Wouldn't suggest otherwise. Be my guest.
Well, guess you're a little tougher than I thought. Still looks like you're feeling it, eh, Slick?
I think my liver's trying to crawl up my butt. I totally love you and your little hat. When I met you, I thought you were the burgers lame-o. Yeah, well, I feel a little dizzy.
You know, you put up a good fight. I'm impressed. Thing is, I really just wanted an excuse to drink. Should last me for a while. Might just be the whiskey talking, but I think I might feel a whole lot better leaving the caravan business behind me. Makes me a little teary-eyed, but now I've got a bottle to put him in. Hand over that paper. I'll put my name to it. All right. There you go. Caravan's yours. Feel kind of relieved, actually. Guess I didn't realize how much I was carrying around with just the name.
It gets redeemed. Hats off to you. Needed a victory hat. I don't know what the hat of victory looks like. I don't really have a victory hat. I mean, I guess if I'm going to go somewhere and drink, I might as well at least go to the beach, right? So let's go to the beach and drink, everybody. Let's drink at the beach. Man, this hat is worn out. That's the only downside to a hat made out of organic material. It actually wears out. What will you do now?
No idea. Maybe head back west? Though the idea of heading back there with my tail between my legs isn't appealing.
There's other places to go.
Where? Like Vegas? Shoot and spit enough friends out. East? Get put in one of Caesar's little camps? No thanks. Head back west? I already know the big circle and everyone in it, except now I go back there ruined. Never really realized how small the Mojave is getting nowadays. Hard to find a place to go that's worthwhile.
It's true. Never mind, I'll be going.
You take care.
Okay. Done and done. We didn't have to put it on our team. Let's go. Raul, you get to keep the armor, bud. Bud, don't worry. You get to keep that armor. All right, lady. I've got your, whatchamacallit, your contract. You bought a caravan worth nothing for probably way too much money.
Welcome back.
Been bought out and is now part of the Crimson Caravan Company.
Very good. On occasion, it's proven to be more profitable in the long run to simply buy out the competition. And this is one of those occasions.
Is there anything else you need me to do?
Something has actually come up. A prospector recently came through here and spent a lot of caps on supplies. Closer inspection of these caps has revealed them to be brand new. This is a problem. The most likely source of these new caps is the old sarsaparilla bottling plant. Go there, locate the bottle cap press, and disable it.
All right. Some questions about bottle. Oh, I already know about all that. I don't need more lore about the bottle cap system. It's silly. That's the truth, and that's all we need to know. Now, we have been to this location before, obviously. Bottle cap lore, yeah. That's what it is. It's just bottle cap lore. Now, I was playing around in here on my Rambo build. Oh, he's right. Wait. Oh, Festus? The legendary tale.
If you and old Festus are old pals, say a command now. Otherwise, say, pleased to meet you, and we'll get acquainted. Or, if you have more important things to do than talk to old Festus, say goodbye.
Pleased to meet you.
New in town, partner? Well, let old Festus give you the lowdown. If you're here to redeem your sunset sarsaparilla stars, dump them into the sun barrel below and I'll count them up. If you don't know what sunset sarsaparilla stars are and think old Festus is just shooting his mouth off, say star info. If you're here to challenge old Festus to a game of lucky horseshoes, say I feel lucky. Lastly, if you're here about the health advisory that aired on Channel 6 recently, say silly old advisory.
I don't know what horseshoes is, but silly old advisory.
I'm sorry, I didn't quite understand that. Could you repeat it? I'm sorry, I didn't quite understand that. Could you repeat it?
Okay. What is horseshoes? Speak louder. Yeah. Horseshoes is when you attempt to steal horses' shoes as fast as possible. Oh, so it's like NASCAR doing like a tire change, but somehow removing horseshoes? That's weird. I feel lucky.
If this is your first rodeo with the old horseshoes, say, how do I play? Otherwise, say, lucky horseshoes to begin.
How do I play?
Lucky horseshoes is played with cards numbered 2 through 10 and aces, which have a value of 1. You and old Festus will take turns drawing cards. Each time we draw a card, we add it to our total, trying to hit the magic number of 21. If either of us draws a card that brings our total up to the same number as the other, it pushes the other player's total up 1. When this happens, it's called Lucky Horseshoes. Old Festus thought of the name himself, I'll have you know. When one of us is closer to 21 and the other can't get any closer, either by going over or because he or she held, the closer player wins. Old Festus likes the game because there are no ties in Lucky Horseshoes. If someone's sitting pretty on 21, Lady Luck can still bump them off. But enough jawing. By now, you're as eager as I am to get tossing.
Huh. Okay.
If this is your...
Lucky horseshoes.
All right, let's play, partner. Press the blue button to draw a card.
Is this a thing? I've never heard of this.
Hold, or the yellow button to quit.
Okay.
Looks like you got a 3, partner. Yeah, you're doing well. But old Festus ain't out of this yet. Old Festus is gonna draw. Looks like I got a 7, partner. See that? Old Festus is an old hand at this.
I don't think I ever did this. I don't. Get tossing, you toss. Okay, blue.
Looks like you got a 5, partner. Yeah, you're doing well, but old Festus ain't out of this yet.
This feels like a setup for something, right?
On a draw. Looks like I got a 4, partner. See that? Old Festus is an old hand at this. Your turn, partner. Draw, hold, or quit. Looks like you got a 10, partner. Yeah, you're doing well, but old Festus ain't out of this.
Trying to remember what are we at? 17?
Festus is gonna draw. Looks like I got a 2, partner.
I can't like look at my number, so I don't know.
Needs more than that to catch you. Your turn, partner. Draw.
Well, I'm gonna have to draw.
Quit. Looks like you got a 6, partner. Yeah, you're doing well, but old Festus.
This is so weird. This feels like a one of those creepy pasta
Looks
like
I got a
YouTube
10,
videos.
Drat. Old Festus needs more than that to catch you. Your turn, partner. Draw.
I'm gonna hold here. I think I'm at like 20. Hold.
Okay, partner. Guess it's up to me to catch up. Old Festus is gonna draw. Looks like I got a 4, partner. Looks like I win, partner. You did well. But old
What?
Festus did a bit better.
It's really hard to keep track of this.
Again, say, play again. If you've had enough of old Festus boots stomping all over you, say, I'm done.
Okay, wait. I'm gonna do this one more time. Draw.
Looks like you got a 3, partner.
Okay, I got a 3.
Well, but old Festus
How could I? Well, because I can barely tell what's going on.
is gonna draw. Looks like I got a 2, partner. Drat. Old Festus.
Okay. Draw.
Looks like you. Yeah, you're doing well. But old
Okay, so now we're at 6. So it is randomized, the cards you draw.
looks like I got
Okay, we're both tied at 6.
lucky horseshoes. I just nudged your total up 1, partner. No,
Okay, now we're at 7.
your turn, partner.
Draw.
Looks like you got a 4, partner.
So we're at 11.
Yeah, you're doing. Looks like I got a
6. So now he's got a 12. So he's ahead.
your.
Blue.
Looks like you got a 6, partner.
Now we're at
Yeah,
18.
you're doing well, but old Festus ain't. Old. Looks like I got a 7, partner.
So he's at a 19. So he's winning right now.
Old Festus
We have to draw and hope we don't go over.
your.
Draw.
Looks like you got a 3, partner.
So that puts us at
But old Festus ain't out of this.
20.
Looks like
Okay, they should be over then.
Yeah, looks like you win, partner. Old Festus just couldn't match
Ah, okay.
those skills of yours. Here's your reward. If you'd like to play again, say play again.
Okay, I'm done. We only got 6 there. Interesting. Okay, so how did I drop my bottle caps off, by the way? Did we do this? I assume it's under S somewhere. We didn't. Sunset Sarsaparilla Star bottle caps. We had 47.
Howdy, partner. Welcome to the headquarters. If you and old Festus are old pals, say it. Or if you have more on.
I guess I have to say star info.
Oh, new to the hunt, are ya? Well, listen carefully, as old Festus don't like to repeat himself. Select Sunset Sarsaparilla bottles will have special caps with blue stars on them. These caps are known as Sunset Sarsaparilla stars. Why are these?
Let's turn on an elk. Welcome.
And what do they mean? Nobody knows. Except maybe old Festus. Rustle up enough of them and you can win a prize. So get out there and start drinking Sunset Sarsaparilla.
Hostile target. Warning. Hostiles in area.
What is happening? Let me get the beam gun out. Hello, Siltier. I met this weird guy from a southern state with a stick fetish. Hello, not elk. Oh, you've met me. Yeah. Okay, gotcha. Okay, I'm happy you're here. I had a question. I was listening to a podcast today, and they were talking about the show Scrubs. How do you feel about the show Scrubs? Have you ever seen Scrubs? I was just curious if you've ever actually seen the show, and how do you feel about it? One of the people on the podcast is a active working doctor. I've watched every episode, so I'm assuming that means you liked the show. I enjoyed it. Okay. Yeah, she's a legally practicing doctor. And they were talking about that show today. I was just like, huh. I know someone who works in the medical field. How are you doing? I think you had mentioned that you have some new info coming up about your new job, which seems fun. What are we shooting at? Oh, this? Give him the beam! More accurate than Grey's Anatomy? Oh, okay. New job starts Monday. Woo! About time. You've been jobless for a while now. I'm sure you're excited to get back to it. Saving all the lives. So are you going to be, is this going to be your last weekend with the what do you call it? The pound or the dogs, the animals? Less time with the big dogs, though. Oh, I'm working both? Oh, the kennels. You're going to do both. Really? Are you sure? That's a lot. Dang. That's impressive. I mean, all the power to you. I know you love the doggos, but dang, that's a lot. I applaud your enthusiasm. Nerd in which I do not hang out with the massive dogs. I do it for the free. Oh, gotcha. But yeah, congratulations on the new job. Oh, look, here's a bunch of pre-war books. We were talking about these. Now, when I came through here in my Rambo run, there was something I found that I didn't remember. I couldn't remember if we checked out or not. Which there was, there's like 2 different things in here that require a 100 to unlock. I don't need, oh, okay, just a single one. Could have used more than that, but alright. Bottle cap, I'll take that. Pre-war book. There's a lot of pre-war books actually in here. Huh, I guess I haven't come inside of here. I just found the location. Came. None. There's 0 matching. Dang. Alright, so it's got to be Guru then. Alright. Easy enough. Inbox. What contests? Remember some sort of contest are quickly growing out of control. We're getting flooded with calls and messages asking if it's true. We're redeeming bottle caps for prizes. Do you want me to make an official statement denouncing this rumor? Oh, so this is the origin of the Sunset Sarsaparilla Star Contest. I was just telling you that people at soda companies are well read. I guess so. How's your new toy? VP of sales from Roboco. Body, Kenneth. I know you've been impressed thus far with your recent purchase. Your company has been and continues to be a valued customer. Contact me via any questions. Ooh, okay. I think if I remember correctly, sent messages. What contest? Stanley, are you out of your mind? Have you seen the latest sales of figures? We're up 300 since this rumor started. You're asking if I want you to make it stop? Please stop by my office so we can further discuss the issue. While the iron is hot, to Marcus. Marcus, I have a few ideas about how we can turn this whole contest situation to our advantage. I'm going to need you to work with the advertising guys on a very special project. A meeting request will be sent out soon. By the way, how do you feel about cowboys? Okay, there's the origin of Festus. Hey, Lucas. Lucas, I couldn't be happier with the performance of the new model. If its current performance is any measure, it promises to reinvent my company's entire distribution network. I'd like to tentatively discuss purchasing a few more in the near future. How soon do you expect more to become available? Now, is that referring to Festus, or is that referring to, like, the robots that work in the building? That's the question. Okay, why are there iguana bits in here? Why? Why? Are you telling me that in the pre-war era... Oh, whoops. Wait. Oh, no, that worked. Okay. In the pre-war era, they were eating iguana bits? I feel like they probably weren't, honestly. if I had to guess. Oh, you know what? We get some food lore. This requires a key. But advanced lamp, we need food lore. What did you have for dinner? What was the meal of the day? Also, I swear I'm not an elk. Same question.
I wonder what's for dinner.
Exactly. That's what I'm asking. Is that lasagna? Or is that not lasagna? That looks like lasagna. I had a spicy chicken fillet. Ooh, that sounds pretty good. That is what you said. Yes. Lasagna? Okay. Ujidan? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I underperformed with my Jack in the Box, but I was very hungry and I was on my way home to get ready to come to the office, so I didn't have a lot of options. Unfortunately. And shrimp sumai? Sumai? Okay. Now that sounds pretty interesting. Are you hostile?
You had me at lasagna.
I never said lasagna.
Well, I was thinking about it.
What? Oh, okay.
Didn't you hear me coming?
Oh. Okay, well, I mean, that happened. You shouldn't become hostile, bro. You should have just sat there, been cool. If you had just sat there and been cool, there wouldn't have been a problem, bro. I thought that's what the boat robot said. That's what I thought at first for a second, too. I'm like, wait a second. The robot can't be talking at the same time. That's got to be someone messing with me. Bots need food, too. They need energy. Their food is like oil and stuff. Dang, we're going to walk out of here with so many sunset sarsaparillas. All they need is oil and love. If the YouTube or the Netflix show has anything to do with it. Garfield is a bot confirmed? No. I don't think robots are allowed to be that grumpy. I don't think they're allowed to be grumpy like that. If you imagine find 2 more star bottle caps, you could chug a bunch of sunsets and still get 2 more. We just burned through every single one of our sunset, all of our sunset sarsaparilla, just to try to get some star bottle caps. I mean, I know we have an absolute boatload of them at this point, but that does feel a little silly. Ooh, and the hidden desk. 7 in the hidden desk. Oh, active terminal. What? And Slamp, I never said hello. I never said hello. And nor will I. Ha! Wow. Going to improve thanks to the new Build Mass with SAS campaign. The Northeast continues to be a tough nut to crack. Continued slow growth as expected. Things are shaping up in the North and Midwest. Leaders of those teams are to be commended. As usual, performance in the Southwest is strong. Overall, this has been a banner year for Sunset Sarsaparilla. You should all be proud of yourselves. Oh, that's nice of them being at least reasonable to their employees. I can't say good, but at least reasonable.
Please step into the open and identify yourself.
Are you just looking for trouble now, Raul? Is that what's going on here? So I'm not an elk. Hype! That's a very good emote. I like the hype emote. I'm sure it would throw people off. They're like, wait, why is the horse hype? But why not the horse is the question. What about the horse isn't hype? Truly. Thank you. Yeah, no problem. I love that emote. Oh, very hard. Here's that 100 door I was looking for. Where? A little more. No, a little more the other direction. Come on! Ah, these hard doors are the only thing that still gets me. Come on. Where? It's got to be, like, right in here. There it is. There it is. So what do we got in here? What did I just waste a bobby pin on? Carton of cigarettes. Oh, and that caused us to level up. All right, fun. A friend of mine drew it, and I added the rainbow effect using Twitch. Nice. Manslam, there's a possibility that you were the tracksuit guy that shoplifted a six-pack whilst I was at the co-op earlier, and I like that possibility. The probability is more than 0. Did I have muscles? Was I handsome? Was I a pretty girl? You're beautiful. It's a SpongeBob thing. It's a very specific episode of SpongeBob. Well, he did have a speedy shuffle out, so possibly. Oh, okay, there you go. Did he move with an unnormal grace for a human? Something probably more akin to a quadruped? Dang, why is there just a bunch of, like, bottle caps behind... What? Behind this door. I guess whoever lived in here does... Well, there's no skeleton, so they couldn't have stayed in here too long.
Look like a girl. Am I a pretty girl?
Yes, that one. Exactly. Thank you. Makes you look like a girl. Am I a pretty girl? Yeah, you're beautiful? Bottles decide to become invisible? I mean, that makes sense, actually. If they were going to have a random power, that makes sense to me. Okay, so that room really wasn't worth it. Overall, I would say. Okay, so... I guess that's it. Except there's this whole area in here. What? Is that just a gunshot noise? Wait, what? Lily Bowen sounds Fallout New Vegas. That is incredibly specific. Dang. That is very, very specific. Oh. Wait. Oh, no. I guess that barrel does have physics. Alright, I guess that's it, team. We, Oh, we gotta go find the thing that's actually creating the bottle caps, though. Sweets? Okay, how do I get to the, like, actual bottle room? Why do you have... Okay, whatever. If you want to use a lead pipe, use a lead pipe. I assume I put you into melee mode or something? No, you're in ranged mode. Why are you using a pipe? Oh, Mr. Janitor. Bottle cap. Traitor. The desk had a Nuka-Cola in it. I didn't even notice, but yeah, that makes sense. Look, you have to sometimes steal the enemy's stuff so you can figure it out. Establish. First try, got there. Ralph forgot how to gun. Yeah, I guess so. Check mail. Water leak. Letting you guys know we have had reports of a possible small water leak in the upstairs meeting room. The long-term effects of water damage can be very, very expensive, so let's get this problem solved before it gets any worse, shall we? Okay, nothing special. Great job! I wanted to personally congratulate you on the success of the new automated janitorial system. In particular, number 135 has proven very popular with the staff. I can't tell you how many complaints I used to hear about stray bottle caps getting into the machinery. Oh, and we should have a meeting soon concerning the rest of your staff. How's Tuesday? How is Tuesday? I don't know about us and wait. I don't know about us and Dr. Pepper, but Pepsi is a thing where their employees are not supposed to buy other companies' sodas. Doubt anyone ever follows it, though. Yeah, I doubt it. That's probably more of an excuse. Oh. Commencing minor garbage collection. Sweet. I assume that's probably more of one of those things that they can just use it as an excuse to fire you if they feel like it. You know what I mean? I want a job enforcing that. Exactly. Just walk around with the Pepsi stick. Why are you crouched down? We're not in combat mode, are we? Want to follow their employees around and slap drinks out of their hands? See how Just walk around. It's just a police baton, but it's got like Pepsi markings on it. Again, gecko steak in here doesn't make any sense. Also, where did this fresh apple come from that's still fresh like 75 years later or whatever? You want water? Psh, just slap it out of their hand. Sup, Holmes? I brought the beam. I brought the Control Z beam. Bye. Do any of you other robots have a problem with the Control Z beam? That apple was filled with tons of preservatives. It says fresh, not organic, so I guess that makes sense. That makes sense, actually, yeah. It's fresh, not organic. There's a difference. See, what would be funny is if you got into this room and you could come in here and you use this the bottle cap press to just make as many star bottle caps as you want. And this is just the quest, like the reward for this quest is being smart enough to know how to do that. It sucks that all of these are full of empty bottles. None of these have actual drinkable sodas in them. I mean, the only good thing, I guess, is technically we could come here and we could grab all these empty bottles and then take them to the big MT house and turn them into water, right? Trinkets! Nope, only 2. Tensions. Yeah, I recommend what the bot did. Wait, what? Oh, yeah, I remembered what that bot did. What bot? The water bot? Gathers all the bottle caps and puts them in one trash can. Oh, really? Okay. Message. Buddy, I apologize up front for if there are any mistakes in this message. I'm trying out a new dictation headset. Margie, the boss man just ordered some kind of newfangled robot that's supposed to take over some of your deliveries. I'm not supposed to talk about it, but you should hear about it soon. I'll write again when I know more. Do not pass this along. Check draft? We've got trouble. That hush-hush experimental robot I told you about the other day, the darn thing is single-handedly running all of our distribution in the Vegas area now. Your boys aren't on temporary leave. It's permanent. Darn. The president wants to see me in his office. I'll finish this later. Okay, so they brought robots in and it replaced all the workers. Okay. Make sure you don't lose track of it? Okay, I'll follow the robot. We're on a robot escort mission. I'm literally watching a robot clean a room, everybody. It's the future, all right?
A job well done is its own reward. Good riddance to this rubbish.
Oh, all right. No. Cancel that. Wow, 553 bottle caps. Good lord. It'd be funny to see the rest of the terminals being used by the robots and you see the kind of conversation they've had. Yeah. I mean, that's what that one legend's about, right? The 2 robot AIs that they hooked up to each other to see what would happen. And they basically invented their own new language within a couple of minutes and hyper expanded their own awareness talking to each other. So they pulled the plug and deleted like the memory of both of them. What an acceptable weather we're having. Yes. Oh god, that is completely within my sense of humor too. I love me some good bad robot speak. Futurama has taught me to appreciate a good bad robot. Oh, here we go. Deposit.
By my hat, you're flush with stars, ain't you? Scratch up a few more and the prize is yours. Well, what in the Sam Hill are you doing still listening to me? Get a wiggle on it. Find those last few stars.
Alright. Oh man, you would like Job Simulator if you had a VR headset. I know. I absolutely know. Job Simulator is 100% on my wish list if I had a VR set. I got Just in Time Inc. and VR Job Simulator are both. Get chugging Dr. Geiger. Yeah. Are both on my wish lists if I had a headset. I've thought about it, definitely. I think I'm going to try to save up money right now, though, and get just a more up-to-date... Can I help you? Can I help you? That's what I thought. That's what I thought I just said. Stupid low chance to hit range. There we go. No, save money for beans. What? Why beans? Beans, beans, nothing but the beans? What is that from? That's from something specific. What's that from? Wow, that person didn't even have any armor on them. That was odd.
I'm sure you'll
Beans, magical. No, it's not magical fruit. Not that kind of thing. I hope you get to experience them. I really want to. The more you eat, the more you toot. We're not doing that here. I don't think I'm not gonna eat beans on stream. That would be weird.
Me and the boys at 2 a.m. looking for beans.
It's just beans. Baked beans and nothing but the beans. I'm not... It's $500, which compared to other headsets is a steal. That's true. Are you talking about, what is the Oculus Quest? Is it the Oculus Quest you're talking about? I assumed you streamed modules to fund beans. Oculus Quest 3, yeah. Alright. No. I stream to have something to do. Unfortunately, as things currently stand, the financial side of this job is not the most up to date part of it. All right. Let's say that's not. I can confirm that I'm not here for the money. Let's put it that way. You don't walk into this kind of job for the money. It's not we're crazy about them. It's we put up with them. Not lucrative enough to fund a bean addiction? No. No, it is not. Why are British people so crazy about the beans? Is that something about British people? Not lucrative. Wait, what? It's not we're crazy about them. It's we put up with them. Oh, I gotcha. Shame. I prefer the way Mexican food does beans. I mean, there's several different kinds of beans that can be appreciated. It's just not something I need to be eating on stream. Do they go on toast? I mean, they go in, well, hold on now. They do go in a tortilla, which is sort of like Mexican toast. So, kind of. A little bit. Like, if you do like a Mexican fried bean or like a black bean, you can definitely put that in a burrito or on like a taco. And that's incredibly close to into like whatever kind of beans British beans are and a piece of bread. Like, I need you in the UK so I can serve you beans on toast and you can eat it out of politeness. Also, I think U.S. Heinz beans isn't the same as UK's. Probably not, no. If it's like most things around here, the U.S. does it in the worst way possible. They botch it up. Oh, 100%. Guaranteed they botched it up. That's not a secret. You gained good karma from killing that human being. No one liked them. Varmint rifle. The U.S. don't do chocolate right either, or democracy. That's true. I was reading about that. Well, I wasn't reading. I think I heard about it on a podcast. That part of that whole our chocolate tastes like vomit thing, I guess, has to do with someone used to use like sour milk or something when they would make them. Really? Come on now. Oh, she killed her. Where? There we go. Where are my beams going? Like Kinder eggs? I guess. Wow, she killed her with the pull cue. That's actually kind of impressive. I mean, all she had was a single barrel shotgun, so it's not that impressive, but... Oh, dang, they killed both the guards. Wow. Actually, I don't need that hammer, but... Like, I legit don't know a single recipe that calls for a hammer. Wow. Wow, those fiends did some damage. They killed both guards and some random civilians. Dang. Wait, what's this? I'd eat the beans by themselves and probably have the leftover bean juice on the bread, maybe? Okay, that's a little strange. Advanced lamb. So there can't be trusted with Kinder Egg, clearly. That's just soggy bread, disappointing soup. I mean, I guess that's what that would be. Wait, why can't I have a Kinder Egg? I'm confused. What have I done to show you that I can't be trusted with a Kinder Egg of all things? What is special about a Kinder Egg that is proven to you? Oh, I'm American, so I may choke. You know what a Kinder Egg is, Seltier? Or so your food regulations say. It's just a chocolate egg that has a toy in the middle, isn't it? So you eat the chocolate and then you get a little toy for the kids. Oh, hello, a bunch of random scorpion gangers. How are you all doing? Exploded, you say? Okay, that's cool. Kind of didn't expect there to be people still left inside of here. Yeah, but it's been banned in the U.S. because of choking hazard. Well, yeah, the U.S. is silly. Silly and or just flat out evil, depending on, you know, take your pick. Man, these poor Scorpion gang members didn't know what they were running into. Oh, he got him. Unless you were in the U.S. where it's chocolate egg with a choking hazard inside. Yeah. Maybe that's the problem. They've been selling them. They've been pitching them as the wrong thing. You had a Ripper? Oh. Explosion. Wow. So much stuff I can sell. Just laying around. How convenient. And I'm allowed to just come in here and blow them all up and nobody cares. I usually do stuff like use the bread as a sponge for leftover food on the plate. Just kind of something I did growing up. I do mop up bean juice and egg yolk with toast when I'm done. Gross. Part of my frugality. That's fair. Imagine of you washing the dishes with a slice of bread as a sponge. Gross. I don't do eggs. I don't do eggs. Sorry. Can't do it. Can't do it. I just can't do it. Eggs are beautiful to me. Lots of people love eggs. I can't do it. If I can taste or smell the egg, I can't. It doesn't work. My body will just get upset with me. 100% will be like, nope. Can't tell you why. Just can't. It's just not a thing. But still, your hat is a nest for eggs. It might be a nest for eggs, but there's no eggs in there. Or if there are going to be eggs in there, it's not going to be traditional eggs. It's going to be something closer to like those little pot, you know, the little like balls of like glass balls of alcohol. Maybe I put some of those in there. Oh, KCD is 80% off. I already own KCD. They've hatched. The baby ravens are born. I'm just gonna have to get some whatchamacallit. I'm stuck? Stuck on what? In what way are you stuck? Head stuck between bed and wall. I mean, I guess that's one of the downsides to watching the stream in bed, is if you fall off the bed, you could get stuck. Trying to get phone. Can't you scream for partner? Is Howdy Partner not there? Monster Train Coon. I'm stuck. Can you help me? He's in the bath. Oh, okay. Oh, man, that sounds like a sitcom moment if I've ever heard one. 100% sounds like a sitcom moment. Help me, step partner. Yeah, exactly. I just kind of ran in here just to see, and apparently there was a whole gang of people in here. I exploded with my beam gun. The Space Commander Control Z beam gun. Ooh, more packs of cigarettes. All right. Scrap metal essential sensor module. Oh, wow, I was legitimately expecting that to be full of nothing but booze. Squirrel on a stick. On a stick. Dig deep and pull on wells of power you never knew you had within you. I swear I'm not an elk. Can't even shuffle. Wow, that's a unique problem to have. I'm not gonna lie. Here, hold this beer and absinthe. I'm sure you won't drink them. I don't think did he ever talk about having a drinking problem? I don't think that's anything he ever mentioned was having a drinking problem, so. I think we can trust him with the booze. Bent tin can. There. Cool. Alright, cool. We just wiped out this whole gang. Pretty easy. Pretty straightforward. Have you seen the ending of Star Bottle Cap Quest? I've never watched it. From what I understand, it just opens a door. Oh, it's probably that door that requires a key, right? It opens the door and then you go in and there's like... Oh, hello. Ooh, reflexes were solid on that one. I didn't even know what that was until it started blinking at me. And then you go inside and there's like just a bunch of soda and stuff. And I think... Can't you get like a hat or something? Isn't there like one random item in there that's like... The big reward is something really silly like a hat? Abandoned house, you say? Is it truly abandoned? Because I think we got ambushed outside of one of these houses before. I'm just curious if this is going to happen again. Let's see what they do. Well, no one's here. All right. Just a random mine, I guess. If the true reward is something minor, yeah, but the actual player reward is the dead guy inside. He's got a unique or something? Oh, really? I need one of you to message partner, but give me a minute. Do you have Monster Train on your Discord? I mean, Advanced Lamp could go over there and just like knock on the door, right? Haven't we determined you two are like shockingly close to each other? Give me time. She wants to exhaust herself trying to get out of this stuck thing. I believe in you, not Elk. I also believe in you. Just remember, you're an accomplished nurse or like medical professional. I'm sure you can overcome a simple wall. Oh, there's a location I haven't been to over here. What? Just picture the wall as some jerk who's trying to die on your watch, forcing you to fill out a bunch of paperwork. And just use it to shove him back to life. CPR the wall back to life. Think of it that way. Oh, we found the South Cistern. How odd. Oh, there's just a bunch of random NCR people in here. Okay, well. That's fun. But what an odd location. Hey, we can drink some of the water. CSR bottle caps have a 5% chance of appearing when you drink a Sunset Sarsaparilla, so you have to drink around 40 of them. I mean, if the average stands correct. I don't even know how many I've got altogether. I know it's a lot. Probably well over 100. I just don't know how many. Wow, there's a lot of stuff in here. Give it a shot. All right. Let me give Raul something real quick so I can walk. And we'll teleport. Yeah. Perfect. All right. I am free. Woo! Congratulations. Good work. Good work. We didn't have to go, Oh, Legend of the Star. Return to Festus with enough Sunset Sarsaparilla stars to earn a prize. Oh. Oh, we never disabled the press. Whoops. Let me go do that, and we'll switch over. How to use my legs to move bedside table and slide myself out. There we go. That's some creative problem solving right there, if I've ever heard it. This Tesla cannon thing is incredibly silly. Thank God, at least with our enhanced spine, we're able to fire it without any penalties. Scrub all the important looking bits out of the machine. Okay, we got 3 scrap metal because of that. Let her know about the bottle cap press. Okay, let's turn this in and then we'll go try to chug some stuff. You're powerful, definitely not elk legs, I assume. Yeah, exactly. Is this one of those things where if you jump like at an angle, you move faster than if you're going forward? My powerful but not too powerful legit human biped legs. Exactly. No hooves or nothing. All traditional just
Welcome back.
toesies on those feetsies. Cap pressure is no longer a problem.
Good. I'm sure you were thorough. Here's your payment for a job well done.
It's about cap currency. I'd like to know more about the Crimson Caravan Company. All right, cool. And we're done. Sweet. Alright, so let's go down to Novak and check and see how many Sunset Sarsaparillas we have. I'm fairly certain I'm going to have strange bruises on my wrist from that. Yeah, I could see that. That's fair. That's fair. Alright. We also need to kind of... No, I'm not interested in renewing my car's extended warranty. We also need to get some of this stuff out of our inventory. Wow, we have so much stuff. I still love that drugs have no weight. That's very funny to me. I mean, I have to remember that squirrels existed. Jeez, we have 1,000 stem packs. I forgot we had that many. Wow, we walked out with 81 Sunset Sarsaparillas out of that, by the way. Wow. Going to lie and tell partner I'm having an affair. Less embarrassing. I mean, I don't know. Whatever works, I guess. All right. Oh, yeah. We wanted to check and see how many Sunset Sarsaparillas we actually have. What do we got? We have 250. We have 250 of them. I'm over encumbered. Who would have guessed? I'm carrying more sodas than our total weight can be. All right, let's see. How much does this thing weigh? 8 pounds for this. Wow, the hollow rifle and it weigh the same amount? Really? Dang, that hollow rifle is heavy, or this thing is super light. I guess we'll leave the hollow rifle here for now. I'm shocked at how light that actually is. What am I carrying that's so heavy? I mean, cigarettes don't weigh anything. Oh, I have all the pre-war books. I forgot about that. And some scrap metal. Forgot. Totally forgot about the scrap metal. Scrap metal in the pre-war books. They got me, team. They got me. What? No, not the rifle powder. That doesn't do anything. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to save, and then we're going to drink these and see how long it takes us, everyone. Okay, I'm going to save. Alright. So, how quickly can I get away with drinking these? Oh my god, that is incredibly slow. Are you kidding me? It's going to give me the overweight message every single time? Oh god. Oh Lord, who art in heaven. Can I... Not even close. I'm just gonna put everything else to try to get my weight down. I don't think I have anything in here. Yeah, none of this has weight. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll split it. Take like that many. Oh, I did that the wrong way. 220, we'll take 199. Perfect. I thought you can just span them. Yeah, but then I won't know when I got to sunset the star one. I have to kind of do it in time, right? Oh my god, we got one already? What? Oh, we are going through them. Oh, okay, there's two. How many? We only needed 2 more? Was that it? Or we need 4? I only needed 2. Okay, okay. That's actually not terrible then. I think. Alright, hold on. Dungeon Rats is going to have to wait a second while we finish this up. Okay, let me put these away. Get all my stuff back. Goes in there. Goes in there. Okay. Okay, we go back. We'll turn these in and see if that's enough. How many is it that you need? I think we turned in 47 of them. 50? Okay. We might need one more then. We might only be at 49. You had 48, I think? Okay. Maybe that is enough then. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Drink! 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 Old Festus knew you could do it. I suppose you'll be wanting that prize now. Well then, hold on to your hat, cause it's a doozy. Not many people have heard the true story behind Sunset Sarsaparilla. Well, it's a right honor. And now, without further ado, your prize, the legend of...
Oh, there's a whole story to it. Okay.
Now, the threat of legal action forces me to say that Nuka-Cola is a swell beverage, but sometimes people just wanted something different, you know? So one day, a man, a saloon owner
What a story. Is this some kind of joke? Is that it? What the heck? Where's the real prize? Quest failed? Legend of the Star? What? What? Is that it?
The Sunset Sarsaparilla Company has received a number of complaints regarding the prize awarded for handing in Sunset Sarsaparilla stars. Therefore, we have seen fit to provide another prize that we feel will placate the most discriminating customer. Just head through the double doors and follow the hallway to your left to the very end. An attendant will be there to present your prize directly. With the Sunset Sarsaparilla Company would once again like to thank you for your patronage.
Okay. Quest added, a valuable lesson. Okay, so we can't go left. Ah, well, nope. I thought maybe we could sneak through the bathroom, but no such luck. Ooh, missed this first aid kit, though. Ooh, energy cells. Alright, so we gotta find our way around. Did this vending machine get reset? Oh, I don't want to go outside. It's gross out there. Oh yeah, an empty Nuka-Cola bottle. Look at that. Why is that in a trash can? No one here should be drinking Nuka-Cola. As Ika screamed, traitors. So many dead robots. Traitors, all of you. See, the problem is now you sound like the guy from H&H Tools. You thought everyone was a communist out to steal his brain power or whatever. You know what I'm talking about? No, they're not communists. They're just traitors. Okay. I mean, that is a unique distinction to make, right? One can be a traitor and not a communist, and not all communists are traitors, probably. They all hate freedom, I guess, but... No, wait, what? What am I waiting for? I just saw a bottle floating around. Oh, yeah, there was one, I think, floating in here that just kind of flew across the room. Look, the ghost of the bottles is real, everyone, all right? That's just understand. It's real, and it doesn't like us. It's not happy about me being here. No one was ever supposed to claim the actual reward for this. Ah, here we go. Okay, so what do we get? Oh my god. It's just full of bottle caps. Sunset Sarsaparilla Deputy Badge that has no value and no weight. Interesting. Oh, there's the dead guy. Okay, so you get several hundred bottle caps. Which in the grand scheme of the things, by the time you get to this, probably is a little underwhelming. Oh, pew pew. It's a laser gun. Alright, what's pew pew? Okay. Pew pew, yeah. Pew 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 pew. Oh, it does look a little different. Look at that. Well, it has like some makeshift sights on top of it, but you don't actually use them. Oh, it also has a different colored... Wait, what? That's some pretty high DPS, is it? Oh my god, you're right. 242? And the damage is 97? What? What now? Hold on. Damage per second is 242, and the damage is 97. Okay, it fires 5 at a time, though. That's what it is. It fires 5 of those at a time. So it fires half a magazine every time you pull the trigger. Interesting. Well, good work on you, Alan Marks, for having such a unique weapon. Achievement unlocked, the Legend of the Star. What do you got to say for yourself, Alan? Official letter from Alice McCaffrey at the in its entirety, including equipment, Brahmin, and existing trade contracts from Cass. Cass wants you to supply a dozen bottles of whiskey for a whiskey challenge, after which she'll try to drink you under the table.
I guess this is it. Not much air left now. Minutes, maybe. And this is what I have to show for it. I guess the joke's on me. Probably shouldn't have killed all those people. Probably should have stayed at home and taken care of my mom. She always used to say people who murder and steal die bad in the end. Said they...
Okay. It just cuts off. I don't he must... Okay, so it looks like he probably killed himself. But there's no way this guy ran out of oxygen. There's no way this is airtight doors. Like, they're tight, but they're not airtight. Look, I mean, look at the gap in the middle there. Alright, but I guess. Whatever you say. Alright, so we finished up the star quest, everyone. We did it. We got the achievement. We have Pew Pew, which is a very interesting concept for a laser weapon. Makes sense to me that you could overpower it and just have it fire 5 at a time. So it's basically a double-barreled laser pistol, which is a choice. Don't get me wrong, it's definitely a choice. Oh, perfect. Here's a fiend for me to try it out on. Pentabarrel laser pistol? Yeah, kinda. It's interesting that it fires the whole beam at one time, though. It doesn't have 5 independent beams. It's still just one beam. The yellow color it fires is pretty cool, though. I'll say that much. Oh, you... Are you dead? Dang. You died very quickly. Wow. And all they had on them was a pull cue. At least this guy's got a plasma rifle. There's another random pull cue just laying on the ground here. How odd. I mean, so it seems to work pretty good. Oh, Eddie killed somebody. I don't even know where they were. But good work, Eddie. It's funny I can just sit here and let my companions do all the work now. Oh, here they are. Here they are. Okay. Well, I guess that takes care of it then, don't it, team? We did it, team. We did it. We found the Pew Pew and finished up the star bottle cap quest. One of the sillier quests in all of the Fallout New Vegas. Alright, there we go. Let's head back to Novak. Apparently we gotta go to Bitter Springs to give these books up, so we'll do that next time. We'll be just about done with all the quests then. I don't even know what else there would be to do at that point. So, Saturday we might be wrapping it up, team. There's a non-zero chance that we wrap this up on Saturday. I can't do more quests. They're like, I mean, we need to switch over. I'm already a half hour late on switching over to, Dungeon Rats. Find more, you can't just, there's not infinite. There's not daily quests. This isn't World of Warcraft or something. I'm not playing Diablo 4 where you, like, you know, challenge dungeons and stuff. Do the same quest and see if we notice. What? I can't. How do I do that? I guess I could get a mod that like unlocks repeatable quests or something. Do the same quest and see if we notice. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I remember maybe 2 quests and some gambling. We did a lot of gambling. Only Fallout 4 had the repeatable quests. And maybe 70. Well, 76 definitely did. But that's because 76 is meant to be more of a first-person MMO than it is a standalone experience, you know? I mean, you can play it solo, but it's designed around the concept of working with other people. I guess it's not MMO because it's not massively multiplayer online. It's like micro, or wait, massively, yeah, micro multiplayer online. So it's like a mini MMO. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, so now there is a, yeah, we'll go do those books, and I think that's it. We'll just do the final quest. Set off the power room or whatever, and then do the battle for the Hoover Dam, and that'll be it, team. We'll finally finish it up. Small multiplayer online, yeah. We didn't do the companion quests, but that's because I don't feel like doing the companion quests. They're okay. I don't think I could do the what's her name? The Brotherhood of Steel lady. I can't do her quest anymore because I killed everybody. Do the What's up, Duck? What's up, Doc? So close. You'll have to do better than that. You thought about it. I did. I saw them do the what quest? What? That's not a normal quest I've ever heard of. If I hold this down, how far back? Okay, that's about the maximum zoomed out I can be. But Space Commander Beam Geiger is almost done with their grand adventure. This Saturday might be the final ending of Space Commander Beam Geiger. They've been running around the Mojave Wasteland, blasting stuff with energy weapons for a very long time. Doing all kinds of quests and nonsense. Meeting all kinds of interesting people and nuking parts of the world. Many of the lurkers, thank you. You help the Twitch world go round. We always appreciate you. Anybody that checks the VODs here on Twitch or checks the VODs on the YouTube repository, thank you. Seeing those numbers helps me stay motivated and keep coming in here and putting in the time. I hope to see you all back tomorrow, Saturday for our immersive aka no face cam horror stream Saturday stuff. But I think that'll be it. If you need a well thought out solution, you need a thinking solution. Raven Hillbrook Inc. Thinking Solutions. Again, I hope you have a good rest of whatever you're up to, and I hope to see you all back on Saturday. Yeah. I think that's got it. Bye.